Good evening and welcome to another edition of Ten-Tec Television. I'm Scott Robbins, W4PA, the Amateur Radio Product Manager for Ten-Tec Incorporated. And tonight we will be taking a look at the Ten-Tec RX-340 HF DSP receiver. The RX-340 is a multi-mode general coverage synthesized receiver that utilizes extensive digital signal processing. It is tunable from 5 kHz to 30 MHz and provides tuning steps and a display resolution of 1 Hz. It combines high dynamic range analog stages for the first, second, and third IFs and 80 dB of AGC, where signals pass through analog to digital converters. Everything else is accomplished in DSP, including all mode detection, IF filters, the remaining 40 dB of AGC, adjustable BFO, passband tuning, and noise blanker. 57 IF bandwidth filters from 100 Hz to 16 kHz are included. All filters have a shape factor of 1.5 to 1 or better. Upper sideband, lower sideband, independent sideband, CW, AM, synchronous AM, and FM are built-in modes. 4 AGC modes are provided, conventional fast, medium, and slow modes, and a programmable mode that allows you to set attack, hang, and decay time. We have a tunable notch filter, a switchable 10 dB preamp, and a 15 dB attenuator. The signal strength meter on this unit is calibrated both in S units and in dBm. We have memory and scan features that fall into 4 categories: a scratch pad memory, 200 memory channels, memory scan, and frequency 1 to frequency 2 scanning. Memory channels retain frequency with mode IF bandwidth. There's a dwell time that's programmable when in memory scan. We will do a little example of that a little bit later. There's channel lockouts provided for memories, and a pause feature to let you interrupt scan momentarily. Also an all-mode squelch that has a 150 dB range. The RX-340 has a built-in TC VCXO to provide plus or minus 1 part per million frequency stability across the entire operating range of 0 to 50 degrees centigrade. Audio is delivered to the built-in speaker on the top panel, external speaker jack on the rear, and a front panel headphone jack. Separate volume controls are provided for speaker and headphone. There's also fixed level 600 ohm audio output on the rear panel. So starting with the right side of the receiver, I will give a demonstration of all the features and functions on this, and then we'll have a little tuning session while I tune around and listen to a couple of signals. Over here on the right side, of course, main tuning knob. You can see the frequency display moving as I'm turning the knob. Step sizes are adjustable down to a minimum of 1 Hz. A number of steps forward, 10, 50, etc. Mode selection is done with a pair of arrows. You can switch back and forth, going up or down, cycling through the available modes. Attenuator or preamp are available. Preamp 10 dB off, attenuator 15 dB off. Direct frequency entry is certainly possible with this receiver, 14.187 MHz. You can jump up and down in step increments by pushing these buttons if you like. 10 Hz you can see, 50 Hz, 100 Hz increments. Etc. There is a manual RF gain control that is right here on the front. Up here we have a number of different parameters. This is the bandwidth filtering. When you press this button, you adjust the parameter knob here. The bandwidth filtering has a minimum of 100 Hz, and at the top end, 57 filters, a top end of 16 kHz. There is a BFO available. Passband tuning, of course, can be adjusted back and forth, tuning across the filter itself. AGC is here. You can see that there are attack, hang, and decay times in programmable AGC that are selectable. This is fast, programmable, slow, medium, fast, programmable. Even in the fast, medium, and slow settings, there are start points where you can adjust the attack, hang, and decay from. There is a manual notch filter you see here, and 150 dB range squelch. Noise blanker for power line noise, man-made EMI, etc. This area here is the memory recall and memory storage area. You can tune to a specific memory, as you see here, recall, and it will do so over here. Scrolling and tuning are different ways to look through the memories that are there. I'll give an example of that here in a minute. Lockout, pause, these are all memory scan and program scan options. I'll look at those in a minute. The RX-340 is remote controllable. There is a remote mode. Once you have the remote mode on, the front panel is disabled, so someone can't accidentally change something around until this is taken back out of remote mode. We have independent volume controls for headphones and for speaker. The professional scale S meter you see here is calibrated both in conventional S units and in signal strength dBm as well. Okay, so let me give an example, a little bit of just tuning around some. We can hear what this sounds like.
Hello CQ, CQ20, hello CQ. Calling CQ, CQ20 from X-Ray Echo Bravo calling.
Okay, now, for example, if we wanted to save 14185 upper sideband as a memory, we could do store, and then it'll prompt us to select a channel. By turning the knob you see here, you can either elect to store data over an existing memory channel, or you can pick a blank one. This one says empty, so I will hit store again, and now 138 is 14185 upper sideband, bandwidth 2400 hertz. So if I then tune this away somewhere, let's see, change the mode to something else, change bandwidth to something else, all I have to do is hit recall and bring up 138, hit recall again. Now we're back to where we were, 2400 bandwidth, upper sideband 14.185. There is a scroll feature. If you press this, you can actually tune through and see what channels are in use and what bandwidth, etc., without actually tuning the receiver itself. That is different from the tune feature, where if you press it, you are now actually listening to 14286 here. I will turn this. This is one of our local AM broadcast stations. Go back out of that. Now I'm back to 14185 again. Okay, now there is a memory scan feature. You can see we are now scanning the different memories. I got the volume turned off. There is an indicator on here you see that says dwell, and that's a programmable feature that will let you stay on a particular memory scanned channel for a fixed amount of time. If there's something you want to listen to for just a second each time, you can program it that way. If you want to pause this, you can just hit pause and stop where you were. You can hit pause again to then resume the scan. Program scan works much the same way. If you hit P-scan, this is scanning now between a range of frequencies, and you can program what these frequencies are. I have not done so, but you can see we merely started at 1 megahertz, and now we are scanning in 100 kilohertz increments up towards 30 megahertz. Again, the pause feature works on that as well, so you can stop the scan midway. There is a lockout feature that will allow you to lock out a specific memory. If you have a particular one where there is always activity and you don't want the receiver to keep stopping on it, you can use the lockout function to achieve that. I hope this has been an instructive tour of the RX-340 tonight. If you have any questions about this piece of equipment or anything else that Ten-Tec sells and manufactures, please give us a call at 800-833-7373 or visit our website at www.tentec.com. For Ten-Tec, I'm Scott Robbins, W4PA 73.